The views, takes and opinions expressed on this show are of the host's own and do not represent the views, takes and opinions of the Main Event Mark, PWPH Wrestling Network and its affiliates. Material and sources mentioned in this episode is for general and commentary purposes only. This episode might include strong language and may not be suitable for children. Listener discretion is advised. Stay safe and stay wrestle everyone. Welcome to the Main Event Mark.
Alright, so welcome to your Unfiltered Tagalog Wrestling Podcast. This is the Main Event Mark Podcast. Again, my name is Angelo Pinera, as always here on the pod. And yeah, thank you very much for always listening on the pod. So, as promised, we have this episode for some fans who might appreciate my rants every week na. So, I'm going to shortcut this episode kasi Elimination Chamber na in a few hours from now. So, you can expect that this episode might be shorter than usual kasi a few hours from now, yun nga, Elimination Chamber na sa Pilipinas and also on the United States and Canada. So first thing, my name is Angelo Pinera from the Main Event Mark and PWPH Wrestling Network. And as you might know, yun. So first thing, before we continue, I hope you can support the podcast on all of the social media platforms at Main Event Mark PW, and also for everyone who is listening as always on Facebook and on Instagram, on other platforms, YouTube, Spotify. Maraming salamat sa inyong pakikinig as always here on your Unfiltered Tagalog Wrestling Podcast. Also, let's acknowledge news that we got yesterday or a few days ago from the recording. So, I am a fan of hip-hop and also flip-top in general, as you might know, no? And we are condoning with the family of Romano, as you might know. So Romano Trinidad passed away 2 days ago as we are recording this podcast. He passed away at the age of 28, and yeah, he passed away dahil sa sakit niya. So we are able to confirm his sickness. It was a cancer sa liver niya. So yeah, in behalf of the PWPH wrestling community, hindi siya fan ng wrestling, yes, pero I am a fan of hip-hop then as a whole. So guys, if you have time, I hope you can also pray for the family and also for the soul of Romano Trinidad Romano. He is also a former finalist for Isabuhay tournament in flip-top, also Dos por Dos 2017 semifinalist. Nalaglag sila together with J. King kina Tipsy D and Sinyo. And then yun, nagkaroon siya ng medyo mainit malamig na relationship with Flip Top, and eventually returned to Flip Top, and he lost his final match sa Flip Top versus AJ Power, the finalist, I think, the semifinalist on that time. Yeah, so again, PWPH Wrestling Network and the whole wrestling community is with the family of Romano Trinidad. May you rest in peace, sir. Yeah, so we have some big news that we have to share with you. So Dexcon, as you might know, our friends from Dexcon joined forces with Thriller TV to elevate Pinoy wrestling globally. So this is their press release. So Dexcon is excited to announce its partnership with Thriller TV, the premier digital streaming platform for live sports and entertainment. This collaboration will bring Pinoy Pro Wrestling. Sorry, I'm trying to read this properly. This collaboration will bring Pinoy Pro Wrestling to a global audience, ensuring fans worldwide can experience the best of Dexcon's thrilling events. Thriller TV has long been a destination for major combat sports and wrestling events, With this partnership, fans can now enjoy past and future Dexcon shows, reinforcing Thriller TV's standing as a leader in sports and entertainment. And yeah, this is going to be imported to Thriller TV Plus. As I am recording here, Thriller TV Plus here in the Philippines is 168 pesos a month. And if you are from the States, it might be $5. Not sure on the specific price. Subject to change in particular country. Depende naman yan. So, kung kayo ay taga US or taga ibang lugar, subject might be changed, no? Ayun. So, we are looking on Thriller TV as we're recording in real time. So, all of the shows that's been available is Dexcon Wrestle Storm, the first one. Then, Dekada, the Dexcon Wu Tagay Na, and the Jam of the Joshi. So, in local time, the shows will be up on March 4th, 5 a.m. Then, that's per Wrestle Storm, by the way. March 8 for Dekada, March 11 for Tagay Na, and March 15 for Jam of the Joshis. So, kung hindi lang Dexcon yung gusto niyo panoorin for wrestling here on Thriller TV Plus, you can also watch some content over on Thriller TV Plus, like the baseball to. Wait, I'm trying to look here. Ayan. So, there are some golf, HOG as well. I'm not sure what it means. So, House of Glory, yeah. So, it features Mercedes Moné. If you are a fan of Mercedes, you can also watch that on Thriller TV. They are also offering a 7-day pre-trial. And, yeah. So, it has over 1,000 hours of live action every year and access to 4,000 hours of on-demand library. And it also has some access to TGW, GCW, basically ICW if you are watching wrestling from the UK. Then yan, GCW, as I mentioned a few minutes ago, Revolver is also available here on Thriller TV. Progress, if you're a fan of wrestling in the United Kingdom. Progress, WXW. Again, Revolver, as we mentioned. Ayan, Progress. Yan, putangin na. Football pala yun na-mention ko isa. Memphis Wrestling. It's also available on Thriller TV. There are some TNA wrestling events here. TNA 2007, 9, 8. Okay. This is whole year. Buong library pala to. Ayan. So, there's a lot of wrestling shows that's available on Thriller TV. We have also some shows that you might appreciate. BKFC. I'm watching BKFC. It's something like a UFC bare knuckle fighting championship. It's also available on Thriller TV. So if you want to watch that and more, and also Dexcon shows, and also the future shows of Dexcon, you can also watch that on Dexcon sa Thriller TV. You can also watch their upcoming show on March 16 sa Brawl Pit Bulusan. That's Dexcon Wrestle Storm 2. The lineup so far, check ko na nga yung site. Buwisit. Just bear with me. So we have a big card for Dexcon here, as discussed a few minutes ago, and I can't believe that we are seeing this. So the show again is set on March 16 sa Brawl Pit Bulusan, Quezon City. So far, Wrestle Storm 2 is packed. Yoshi Tatsu is coming here in the Philippines, as we are mentioning here on the pod. Then, so far, the matches that was made official goes to the following. So we have Jake De Leon and Yoshi Tatsu versus Fabio Makisig and Jomar. We have also Joya versus Patricia Ligaya, Best Bros versus Super P and El Catiponero, and many more matches that you should expect. Main Max versus Dr. Gore is also made official for TexCon Wrestle Storm. And also FPW every week on Tap Sports and on Blast TV. And they also have this upcoming tapings on March 23rd sa Bake Studios in Makati. There's tickets available also on FPW on their social media platforms and on their Ticket to Me. You can check that on their platforms. Also, we have to mention here on the pod, wait lang, AW Revolution predictions. We're going to do that next week once we're able to release all of the episodes of the pod this week. And I am actually excited for this show in particular kasi this might be their first show in a while that's going to be held in an NBA arena and Crypto.com arena or Staples, whatever you might call this arena with. But yeah, they're going to have their upcoming Revolution pay-per-view at the Crypto.com arena. Alright, so let's continue with our recap of this week's wrestling. So I'm not gonna do a blow-by-blow review here that we usually do. Say it might take some time since ayoko din naman na mag-stay kayo ng mahaba dito. Just for my thoughts on the road to Elimination Chamber. Wait lang, ayusin ko nga yung pwesto ko. Ayan, so just a second. So, ito, Raw. Let's start with Raw. So, we have a new tag team champions on Raw. So, we have Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez walking out as tag champions. Medyo nag-expect ako that we might see something new when it comes to the dynamic ba or the factor of the tag division of the WWE. Then parang tataka pa nga ako, ano bang continuity nitong story na to? Tapos parang wala rin nangyari doon sa progression nung story na to. Tapos parang ayan, nabitin lang ako. Ako kasi, to be honest with you guys, nung Raw at saka tong SmackDown na to, nag-expect ako that after the coronation of the new champions, Jade Cargill, dapat lumabas na siya eh. In-assault niya na yung dalawa eh. Ganda sana ng pabitin na yan. Pero we might get that after of the Elimination Chamber or maybe never. Pero I hope that that's the end game pa din. Kasi everything that we are getting doesn't make sense if the end game here is just Liv and Raquel winning the tag titles. Tapos parang wala na nangyari with Naomi and Jade. So parang pointless na siya if you are asking me down the line. Then we have the title defense between Lyra Valkyria versus Dakota Kai. I find this very ba tawag dito? Very fine to me. Pero habang tumatagal, parang mas nalulungkot pa din ako that parang waste of time siya sa akin. Kasi I know this is first defense ni Lyra, pero parang lately medyo out of out of touch when it comes to booking. Sayang nga rin yung run niya as champion. Nangihinayang din ako. Pero wala eh, parang ang pangit ng booking sa kanya eh. Ako lang yung nakakapansin eh. Pero it might improve anytime soon. I hope we can get something out of the line when it comes to the booking of Lyra Valkyria. To be fair, I love her as champion right now. Ang problema ko, yung magiging direction niya as champion. So I don't want to see her in a comedic role same as Chelsea Green. Kasi para sa akin effective yun kay Chelsea. Hindi siya effective kay Lyra. for sure. We wanted Lyra to see in a open challenge maybe, or something like that, or something na we should see before on our very eyes, and I really love that, or that should be better also. And then especially we are protecting or trying to protect the picture for the women's division. Parang na-upset nga rin ako na napin siya sa qualifying match for the Elimination Chamber. Sana hindi nyo na lang siya sinali para hindi siya gano'ng maipit doon sa picture. At least with the SmackDown team, yes, Kelsey got eliminated, pero hindi siya ganong na pigilan ng reputation niya kasi di naman siya napin to begin with. And effective din naman sa kanya kung mapipin siya kasi protected siya as Goof champion to begin with. And there's Piper Niven to protect her as well while it comes to the booking. Pero this is what it is. Hindi effective yung booking ni Lyra Valkyria compared with Chelsea Green, if you're asking me. Then, we have the three-way between Penta, Ludwig Kaiser, and Pete Dunne. That was really good also. Then, the promo. I'm going to skip some of the promos here because I don't really care about the promos. But, Logan Paul, this week's Raw, this week's SmackDown, he is the MVPs when it comes to the promos. This Logan Paul is definitely the best Logan Paul that we have so far. And it's actually amazing to me that we are getting this run na parang kakaiba din naman yung pakiramdam, or parang iba din naman yung impression ko, no? Pero hindi din naman kasi impressive to see if hindi naman magiging protected yung feeling ko, no? Pero ayoko din naman magsalita ng kapos when it comes to the booking. Baka mamaya may iba rin naman na galaw when it comes to the continuity of this booking, or kung naman kabalastugan yung mangyayari down the line. And kung naman yung gagawin nila kay Logan Paul. Pero we should expect a big role kay Logan Paul come WrestleMania. So, ako in my mind, I'm expecting Logan Paul versus Cena or Punk. Per Punk is winning the Chamber. So, oops, aga ng protection ko. Punk is winning the Chamber, but Cena versus Paul is actually not a bad idea for a matchup at WrestleMania. And then, ano pa ba pag-usapan natin? So, wala naman ako kailangan masyadong i-tackle dito. So, Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky made their confrontation. That was actually really good also. And Akira Tozawa versus Gunther. Like, wow, what a disrespect. I love it. That was amazing as hell. So, before we continue with that, so let's continue nga with the altercation between Cody Rhodes and The Rock. So, on last week's SmackDown, there's a confrontation between Cody and The Rock nga, that Cody doesn't want to take his soul. Pero ngayon, parang napapaisip siya nung SmackDown this week. Parang napapaisip siya na if gusto ba ni gusto ba talaga ni Rock kunin yung soul ni gusto ba talaga ni Rock kunin yung soul ni Cody. He's trying to be convinced. Punk at the backstage is telling otherwise. Parang, okay, let's try to see if it will works. Pero kung hindi mag-work, edi backfire. Kung naman yung mangyayari. kung ano man yung gusto nating kabalpalan na mangyari with this Elimination Chamber. Pero di pa natin alam with this tomfoolery or kung ano man yung gusto nilang scenario or kung ano man yung gusto nilang picture when it comes to the road to WrestleMania. Pero ako kasi I am expecting that if Cody is not going to accept the offer, Cena should accept the offer, or Punk maybe. Punk is more suitable to be a heel. Pero a heel Cody is imminent. Kasi we need to see that as soon as possible if there's no longer challengers and Punk is a face. So definitely Punk should stay as a face, then Cody is turning as a heel, and then Cody beats Punk at the main event of WrestleMania. Then somewhere down the line, Punk is going to beat Cody for the WWE title since siya yung mas draw, diba? And siya yung makapag-pull ng ratings while they're building Cody versus Punk, especially with Punk and Rock now possibly to affiliate each other in this feud. So that should be an interesting outcome also. Parang nag-warning din si Seth down the line that I don't want you to hate, I want to hate you. Parang ganun ba? Then alam nyo kasi the gravity of the promo that was executed between The Rock and Rollins, or with Cody as well. This is amazing also. Then parang ano ba yung dapat i-expect natin? With that appearance of The Rock, the outcome for this whole thing was a little bit unpredictable when it comes to that, to be honest with you. And hindi ko rin alam kung ano yung pwede kong i-expect down the line. I'm not expecting too much about how we should get this direction for the road to WrestleMania. Or tangan sakit na kamay ko. Ano nga ba yung ina-expect natin with The Rock possibly turning with Cody together? Tapos ano nga ba yung magiging direction on the road to WrestleMania? We know that Cody and The Rock are possibly pairing because The Rock, of course, wants a appearance on every TV that he wanted, and of course he is under TKO. Pero personal take ko, I don't want to see The Rock every week, and I don't want to see him with Cody either, kasi hindi sila magtutugma when it comes to their respective roles. Ako, annoying na sa akin, annoying kung annoying, pero I don't find it makes sense that they need to integrate the story with Cody. And also, if you need to realize it, parang it doesn't make sense that Cody is there just to defend The Rock's name, where last year para tayong nagmamatayan just because of Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns as well in Exhibit B. Pero yun, let me know what you think on that part. Let's move on to SmackDown. SmackDown is a little bit too much. The Tiffany Stratton versus Trish part. Tiffany and Trish part. Di naman siya yung kailangan ma-miss. Parang medyo mga bagay talaga na hindi na natin kailangan pag-usapan. And also, there's a series of matches that was announced earlier. Andrade versus Jacob Fatu. Then LA Knight versus Santos Escobar. And Carmelo Hayes versus Braun Strowman. The match was ended with Melo versus LA Knight versus Jacob Fatu. LA Knight gets the win, so the rematch was set. Shinsuke Nakamura versus LA Knight for the title. And even though hindi nila gano'ng pinapakita si Shinsuke, I think that his presentation was really good so far. Pero kung ako lang, hindi ko gusto na si LA Knight ulit yung lumaban for the belt. We wanted something new with Shinsuke, to be honest with you. I want to see something new with Shinsuke Nakamura. if we're just going to return with the LA Knight thing, then that's considered dropping by the belt altogether. Kasi it will not make sense to me if the belt is just going to be fought by LA Knight again. Because it won't work. Hindi na siya mag-work, to be honest with you. Kasi kung ano man yung logic down the line, parang iba na nga yung pakiramdam ko when it comes to the impression of how this thing should go with. Hindi mo sure if it will work or not, but still dependable on how the feel for the show, for the Elimination Chamber. Pero yun lang muna. That's my preview on this week's Raw and SmackDown, since we're going to predict the Elimination Chamber. NXT Dynamite TNA will be discussed on the next episode para lang mas ma-chop-chop natin ng konti. So, Elimination Chamber, it's time to predict the show. Let's do that. So, excuse me, bear with me. So Elimination Chamber will take place later on tonight. It should air on Netflix in some countries, WWE Network here in the Philippines, and also on Peacock if you are from the United States. 8 a.m. Manila time, 7 p.m. Eastern time. So, The Rock made this statement, and he is trying to make an offer that Cody Rhodes simply cannot refuse. We know what will happen if he say yes, but what sorts of consequences if The Rock received a no from Cody Rhodes? That's what we're going to find out tomorrow for the road to WrestleMania. Then we have also the Men's Elimination Chamber that we think that's a win-win for everyone except Logan Paul, obviously, and Damian Priest. Then, yung women's, wala masyadong favorite. Parang ang hirap to be honest. Ang hirap predict. Pero, let's see what we can predict down the line. So, let's talk about the question again. Will Cody Rhodes sell his soul to The Rock? So, The Rock promised that he will make The Rock wait lang. Ayun. So just to confirm, The Rock promised to make all of the dreams of Cody Rhodes come true. No more fighting, no more scratching, or no more clawing to bring them to fruition. Everything his family could ever wanted to. It will be delivered by The Rock on a silver platter. All The Rock wants in return, it's Cody's soul. He wants the WWE champion to become The Rock's champion, or what we need to find out also on the answer. But kung ako tatanungin nyo, kagaya nga sabi ko, okay. So, like what we said, the final boss promised that everything will be fine. Pero ako kasi parang nag-expect ako that if Cody is going to say no, what will be the direction on the road to WrestleMania? Do you think Roman or maybe Punk or maybe Cena are going to be the one who will fight Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania? And kagaya nga sabi ko, the whole Elimination Chamber picture might affect the whole picture then that we are currently in right now on the road to WrestleMania as we are speaking right now. And realistically lang, parang iba rin naman yung pakiramdam natin when it comes to the Men's Elimination Chamber. So let's all talk about it now. So, the chamber was stacked as fuck. So that's Damian Priest, Logan Paul, Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, John Cena on his last Elimination Chamber, and CM Punk. So, he promised that he will win the Chamber and he will main event WrestleMania and he will win the WWE title. So, that's tough, to be honest. That's tough if you are a C Nation because you know he is losing. So, I'm gonna predict CM Punk, to be honest. If he is going to be The Rock's ally, if Cody says no, then it should be The Rock. Rollins might be a plan B. You know, plan B. When it comes to Seth Rollins, there's always a plan B, no? So, history might repeat itself just in case Cody says no. And Cody asks someone from this chamber to represent him. So that might be Rollins, or might be Punk, or might be Cena, or might be Drew. At this point, that's the case. Women's Elimination Chamber. So, 5 former women's champion are going to fight for the contendership. So, technically, lahat nga sila champion in their own rights. So, Roxanne Perez versus Bayley versus Naomi versus Alexa Bliss versus Liv Morgan versus Bianca Belair. So, the winner of this match will fight Rhea Ripley or Io Sky for the Women's World Championship. So, in this match, this was a little bit unpredictable to me. Personally, if Liv is winning, it should be Rhea retaining, no, for sure, on Raw. Obviously, Roxanne and Bayley are already feuding. Naomi and Bianca are linked to Jade. Alexa, I don't think she's winning. So medyo obvious ito that it might be a win for Liv Morgan. Let's see what we can get from there. Last thing. That's two more. Two more. Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens in an unsanctioned match. So, this match was personal between Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. And there's a lot of things that wasn't discussed here on the podcast due to my hibernation. But the match, I heard the whole personal things that happened between those two was amazing here. KO also promised that he will leave Sami Zayn on a wheelchair. And then Zayn is not worried on everything, and he is just going to beat the living hell out of Sami Zayn. So, prediction. I am not saying that it should be a KO win, pero it might be a KO win. But I'll predict Sami Zayn to win the chamber or this match, just because he wasn't the one who got the last win where they fight, no? Sila yung naglaban before. I think that was 2021, and then KO won. Now Sami Zayn should win to be able to get his revenge over Sami Zayn or Kevin Owens. So that should be Sami beating Kevin Owens. Last thing, again, it's Tiffy time. TP Trish time. So that's Trish Stratus and Trish Stratus and Tiffany Stratton versus Nia Jax and Candice LeRae. So ito a 25th anniversary match ni Trish Stratus, celebration niya to. And also of course Tiffany celebrating also her win. Medyo interesting siya because Charlotte might lurk during or after the match between those four. Pero for sure, she might strike after, most likely, no? Pero I'm just going to think that Tiffany and Trish gets the win. Then Charlotte assaults Tiffany afterwards. And then there's going to be a trio collision between Charlotte, Nia, and Candice. So that should be the case going forward. Kaso lucky naman ang kalalabasan dito ni Naya. But I don't want her to be lucky. Yeah, so that's Tiffany and Trish down the line for the prediction for the match. So that's the last thing that we're going to discuss on this episode of the pod. If you want to follow and support the podcast on all the social media platforms at the main event Mark PW, and you can catch Elimination Chamber 7 p.m. Eastern Time, 8 a.m. Manila time. So that's exclusively on Netflix on some majority countries, WWE Network here in the Philippines, and Peacock in the United States. Again, follow the podcast, all of those social media platforms at AG Pinera for my personal, and main event Mark PW for all of the social media platforms for the podcast. We will see you next week for yet another episode of the pod, and also the official review for the Elimination Chamber. I'm going to drop the podcast about AEW NXT TNA in a later date, basta within this day then, and see you on the next episode of the pod. Bye for now.